everybody, and welcome to the Spotlight. I'm your host, Nick Candela.
And I'm Becca Friedman.
And we've got a great show lined up for you today. We've got in studio Comerica Park host Heather Park.
That's right, and an encore performance by the Illiches.
That's right, and you'll kind of recognize a reoccurring theme to this episode, but more on that in just a minute. But to get things kick-started, as always, let's toss things over to our wheel. Wheel, take it away. And as always, the crowd goes wild. And it's been a little bit since we've had it on the street.
It has been a long time.
And if you're new to the show or you want to know what we're talking about, on the street is basically there's a theme going on, and we want Warren's opinion on our discussion. So let's toss things over and take it away. Hey! So who is your Tiger and why?
Miguel Cabrera, because I always liked him when I was younger.
My Tiger, excluding like human Tigers, because Miguel Cabrera doesn't count, would definitely be Max Scherzer because he's just an all-star pitcher. And I think that he's better than Justin Verlander, so.
My Tiger's Miguel Cabrera. Why? Because he's a big-time player, and he's clutch when the Tigers need him for a base hit. And I just like the way how he plays, and he keeps his team ready to play for a win.
My favorite Tiger is Miguel Cabrera because I think he's the best.
Well, my Tiger is Justin Verlander. Because he's consistent.
I thought about this, and I was going to say Justin Verlander because he's the tallest. Then I was going to say Miggy because he, weighs the most. So I think I'm going to go with Don Kelly because he's an all-around for the team utility player. I love Don Kelly. That's my Tiger.
Well, looks like everybody has their idea of who their favorite Tiger is.
A few different ones in there.
Now, I got to ask you now, Becca, who's your favorite Tiger?
Well, I think all of us here at the Spotlight have to agree that since our first episode, I think Phil Koch is probably our favorite Tiger.
Absolutely, and if you have no idea what we're talking about, let's take a look at the clip from our very first episode. All this action. They got specials going on all spring, April and May. Tickets. No problem. What's going on, buddy?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Coke. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
How's it going?
What's your name?
I'm Nick Candela.
You're Nick? What do you do?
I'm a host for a TV show on TV Warren.
Am I wrecking it right now?
Actually, you probably just made it even better.
Awesome. All right.
Say about opening day.
I'm excited.
Cold?
No.
No?
No.
Good.
I got this sweet, really thick thing on. It's really
Looks
awesome.
expensive.
No, it was free.
Yeah. Nice.
Nike.
What are you going to do?
Is
Get
it
all the
entertaining
action?
yet? Are you entertained?
It will be. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
The buzz coming up on the Spotlight, so stick around.
Well, there you have, Phil Koch happened to interrupt me while I was doing my thing there,
Pretty
but
awesome, though.
it was really cool. He's a great guy, and he's still on team. He's still doing great for the Tigers. That was way back on our very first episode, and here we are now, number 50. I can't even believe it. Time just flies by.
It's crazy. I can't believe it's been that long.
I know, 100%. Well, speaking of time flying by, this commercial is going to be the fastest commercial break you've ever seen in your life. Don't go anywhere, because Heather Park is going to be in studio right here on the Spotlight. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing. Believe me, I'm good at it.
Once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell him.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? He needs something a little more
Persuasive.
Yes.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
Hi, I'm Warren City Clerk Paul Voino, encouraging everybody to participate in the voting process. Voting is a right and a privilege that everyone needs to participate in. If you're 18 years of age or older, you can register to vote at the City of Warren Clerk's office or any Michigan Secretary of State. Remember, it's your right. Remember to vote.
Welcome back to the Spotlight. As promised, we have Heather Park here in studio. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to come
No
visit us today.
problem. I'm excited to be here.
And if she looks familiar, you may be thinking, where have I seen that face before? If you've ever been to a Tigers game, you may recognize her. She is the Comerica Park host. So tell me a little bit about your role with the Tigers, and we'll go from there.
Definitely. So last season was my first season as the park host. As the host, I get to do some really fun pregame announcing. I do between inning fan, games and giveaways and interacting with all the fans. And I also do some player interviews and post-game interviews as well.
That's a really cool job, and it seems almost like a dream job. I mean, you get to be outside in the summertime, with all the athletes, and obviously you get to go to the games. How do you get into something like that?
You know what? It is kind of like a dream job. They always say, if you love what you're doing, you're not really working a day in your life.
Right,
and
exactly.
I absolutely love what I do.
Very
I
cool.
actually got into it. I've done some local modeling and acting, and some of the agencies that I work with here in Detroit had a big interview and audition for the park host.
Very cool.
And I actually almost didn't even go to the audition. I had just gotten back from a vacation, and I was like, you know what? I don't know if this
Your
is for
mind
me.
was still on
I'm like,
vacation,
I don't
you
think I
weren't
could
quite
do it.
ready
And
to do anything
I
yet.
almost didn't go. And I did, and I walked out of there, I was like, I bombed it. It was awful. I thought I did so bad, and then they called me back. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Right. Of course.
And then it was about 5 callbacks. We
Wow.
did a lot of, we went to Comerica Park. We had to talk on the mic, go on the Jumbotron. It was a lot of nerves.
Now,
But
did you know any of the other people involved?
I didn't.
No.
I knew no one. I saw at one of the auditions several of my friends who I've worked with
Okay.
at other events. But besides that, I didn't know anyone else involved.
Wow. Well, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that once again. I've been down in the park. We've seen you, and then we know a couple people who we mutually work with. So that's very cool.
Yes.
Now tell me a little bit. You briefly mentioned modeling. Where would we have seen some of your stuff?
I do a lot of modeling for local companies
Okay.
that are right in Detroit. I do some work with Locks. It's a hair extension company. So I do
Okay.
some of their print work, some of their live
Very
work
cool.
on TV, and then some other clothing boutique companies around Detroit. And then I also work for the auto shows. So I travel
okay.
around and to all different cities in the U.S. and do the auto shows.
That's very cool.
Yes.
So not just specifically for the Detroit International Auto Show,
Right.
but all over the place.
All over the U.S.
So you've
Yes.
seen a lot of different auto
I
shows.
have. Yeah.
Now, people, they say, people come around the world for the auto show. Is the best one here, or is there some warmer weather out there that people,
Well, Detroit,
Do we
I
have the
think,
best?
has no doubt the best auto show.
Very cool.
It's the largest. It has the best concept cars.
Okay.
It's packed all the time. I mean, every day there are people at the auto show. However, it's freezing in Detroit
Right.
during the auto show. So some of the other cities, you have some better weather. But
Okay.
without a doubt, Detroit has the best auto show.
Well, that's good to hear. And
Yes.
I know Warren is a big, advocate of the auto show. Obviously, the GM Tech Center right here in the city.
Right.
We are big fans of the auto show in the city of Warren as well. So tell me a little bit more about your role at the park. What are some of your favorite promotions that you've done?
So I mean, I love when I get to interview some of the players and talk to them, but I love the fans. The Detroit fans are awesome. They're crazy, they're energetic, they're so into the game, they love to have fun. So I love when I get to do some interacting with the fans. I love working with the children too. Sometimes we get to do little interviews with the kids and we do some fun games. We have a brand new game that's gonna be at the park this season.
Okay, tell us a little bit about it if you can.
It's something new. It'll be between innings, and it's called the quarter minute to win it. So how that works is I'll be with a fan, and I would give you a category. Like, all right, you have 25 seconds to name as many items in your refrigerator as you can.
Okay.
Some of them are a little bit more difficult.
No stumbles?
No, and you'll go right then. You don't have time to think about it. So you list as many items as you can. We'll count how many you get, and then we're going to go to the scoreboard, and we're going to see how many one of the players gets, and see you're kind of competing against the players. It's fun.
Very cool.
It's I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes.
So have you ever had any mishaps go? Where you're in the middle of it and your microphone cuts out, or something like that.
I've had one, and I had the question in my hand. There should be no reason I should mess this up. I word for word was
just
in front
read
of
what's
me.
on the card.
Read the card. I couldn't read. I couldn't read the card. There was a word I kept stumbling on, and I'd get to it, and I'd stop. I'd try it again, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. After about 5 tries, I finally got the whole card read. Right. But fortunately, that was it. I mean, there could be some because it's all live.
I mean, there's potential. There's a lot of stairs at Comerica.
There's stairs. There's some interesting fans.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So thankfully, that's been my only just read the card. That was my big, that was it. And I laughed at myself and I had fun with it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You mentioned some of the, the newer promotions, and talking with the fans is some of your favorite, parts of the job. What are some of the reoccurring maybe nights at the park that are some of your favorites? Like, they'll have Star Wars night or Elvis night, something like that. Do you run into any of those characters? I mean, tell me a little bit about that atmosphere, those nights.
It's so fun, those nights. What was it? A Motown. We had the Motown night. It was so fun because we had the Michael Jackson impersonator and a Diana Ross impersonator. And the fans get into it too. And everyone, they'll come up and we're dancing on, at the park with Michael Jackson, and the fans are just awesome. They all get into it, no matter what night it is. The Star Wars night, I actually went to that game as a fan. I wasn't working that game.
Great.
So fun, and people come dressed up. It's great.
Right, and I really got to give them props for the fireworks nights. I've seen a lot of fireworks, and the city of Warren has a great fireworks display as well. But the fireworks display after Tigers games is phenomenal.
Phenomenal. They do such a great job. It's a huge production to put on, but they are great fireworks.
Yeah,
I've stayed for several nights, past my working shift just to watch them because they're so good.
I call it, everybody says, the best part of the fireworks show is the finale. I call it a finale the entire time. It's a finale the whole time. It's nonstop. Very cool. Well, we have... we're very excited about opening day, and the weather's finally warming up, and let's hope there's no snow outs this April. But we have a couple questions for you that you have not seen these questions.
No.
So these are a total surprise for her. I'm gonna pull out my handy dandy card here, and we're gonna talk some Tiger stuff here. Okay.
Okay.
What is your favorite food to eat when you're at the park?
Oh, geez. Well, as I'm working, it's hard, but I always go, we have popcorn. I like the popcorn.
The popcorn?
The popcorn.
Everything there. Popcorn is your go-to.
Popcorn is my go-to.
Okay. No problem. Now, this is a famous saying, around here. Who is your Tiger?
Oh, so I have to have just one?
Just one.
Iglesias.
Okay, and why?
I just love watching him play. He's such a great player.
He's fairly new to the Tigers.
He is new, but he
year.
instantly became my Tiger very quickly.
Well, not to get too baseball-y, but his range at shortstop is unbelievable.
Yes.
Some of the plays that he made just in his first year
Crazy.
Are nationally known.
Wild, yes.
Very cool.
Yes.
Now, spring training is going on right now. What exactly is involved in your spring training? How do you get ready for the season?
Well, it's a lot of mentally preparing.
Okay.
For me, there's some new players on the team, so I need to familiarize myself with those players, make sure I know how to pronounce their names, make sure I do a little bit of research on them. And just, it's a lot of making sure I know, reviewing the game, knowing all the players, knowing their positions, and just having fun.
Very cool.
Yes.
That's a great way to, having fun is always the best way to get ready for anything. I try to have fun as much as possible in preparation for the spotlight as well. And then our last question.
Okay.
When do you think the Tigers will change the name of Comerica Park to Heather Park?
Well, they should do it this season.
That's what I was saying. I thought the same thing.
Perfect. They only have to switch one name.
Exactly, just Comerica. I mean, the bank, I think they'll be able to handle the change.
Just Park.
Yes, just Park. The park. Welcome to the park.
It could be referring to Heather or Comerica.
Exactly. Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show.
No
we
problem.
had such a good time. Is there a Twitter or anything that you'd like to give out there?
Definitely. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's HP Heather Park. Also the same for Instagram as well.
All right. Well, thanks again so much for being on the show.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come visit us.
Thank you.
Stick around. There's more Spotlight coming up. Becca Friedman gives us the word, plus a musical performance. Don't go anywhere. The Spotlight will be right back.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
PAL was started in 1989 by a few of our officers in the Warren Police Department. It links the community with police officers.
We look always for coaches and adults in the area who want to help out with coaching some teams.
The best place to find out all the information is warrenpal.org. And we're also on Facebook at Warren Police Athletic League.
You get to go out, have fun, play some sports, you get a free t-shirt, and you get to hang out with a couple of the cool cops.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Here we go. We're gonna make some juice.
It's gonna be good.
She's excited. A little bit of kale.
Please don't put this on line.
I'm putting it all over the line.
It's wet. It needs something. No, it'll go.
Don't break my juicer. Looks good.
You ready to try it?
Come on, baby.
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
It's okay.
Okay, all right.
They might surprise you.
And she took another sip. You saw it?
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
Welcome back to the Spotlight. I'm Nick Candela, and once again, I want to thank our guest, Heather Park, for taking time out of her extremely busy schedule to come and talk with us today. Good luck on everything this season. But to let you know what's going on in and around Warren, let's toss things over to Becca Friedman with the word.
Hi guys, I'm Becca, and here's the word. Big news around town lately is that after 10 years, Walmart is back. They've invested $20 million into their old location at 12 Mile and Van Dyke and officially opened the beginning of March. This location will be open 24 hours, so you can go check it out anytime. If you have a special talent you've been looking to share with the world, then you should head over to the Dovetail here in Warren for their open mic nights on Tuesdays and Sundays. They're located where the Beat Cafe used to be on Hoover near 12 Mile. So head on over there and show them what you've got. For more information, check out facebook.com/dovetaildetroit. On Diamo here in Warren is a few more big names coming to town this month. If you're in the mood for some laughter, you should check out Wanda Sykes on April 11th and Jeffrey Ross on April 12th. If country music's more your thing, then you won't want to miss country music superstar Clint Black on May 2nd. For more information and to purchase your tickets, head over to andiamoshowroom.com. Word on the streets is that Batman and Superman have landed here in Michigan and begun filming. They'll be here through the spring and summer, so make sure to keep an eye out for Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, who's already been seen at some gyms and restaurants around Metro Detroit. The Warren Farmers Market will be open soon for the season on May 4th. Opening day will be filled with tons of farmers, artists, music, and much more. For more information, head over to facebook.com/WarrenParks. And to keep up with the theme of this episode, if you're looking to play some baseball, you can join an adult softball league this summer starting April 28th. For more information, call Parks and Rec at 268-8400. That's the word for now. Back to you, Nick.
Great job, Becca, as always.
Thanks, Nick.
Appreciate everything you do. And the Superman movie, that's going to be pretty cool.
I can't wait for that. I hope I run into them somewhere.
Oh, I bet you do. Well, we've got a great musical performance lined up. It's an encore performance, and it's kind of a play on words. You know, Mike Ilitch, the owner of the Tigers, the Ilitches.
We like our themes. We thought we'd go with it.
Absolutely. So here's an encore performance, Hallelujah, by the Ilitches.
When I was a young boy, about the age of 10, I found my daddy's porno magazine and a life of sin. My mama, she tore it all up, then I take it back together. Day I found my Lord, I can say I was feeling so much better. Say hallelujah, glorify his name. I'm so glad that I found you, Jesus. I'm so glad you came. Hallelujah, glorify Jehovah. I'm so glad that I found you, Jesus. I'm so glad you came. I was dating online, I was cruising on the Craigslist, and I sent a couple pictures of my friend out, and I knew that was wrong. Said I knew that was wrong, 'cause I knew that was sin. I just gotta love you, Jesus. My love forgives. Say hallelujah, glorify his name. I'm so glad that I found you, Jesus. I'm so glad you came. Say hallelujah, glorify Jehovah. I'm so glad that I found you, Jesus. I'm so glad you came. Glorify his name. I'm so glad that I found you, Jesus. I'm so glad you came. Hallelujah. Praise the day and night. When love the Lord is wrong, and I know I never wanna be right. Be right. Be right. Be right.
Well, that was the Ilitches with their song Hallelujah. For more information on them, you go to facebook.com/theilitches.
That's right. And I want to thank once again Heather Park for being on the show. Very busy schedule, so I really appreciate you coming on. I want to thank, this is a big deal, 50 episodes.
I know.
I want
Who would
to
have thought at the beginning?
100%. And I want to thank everybody who makes this show happen, Lark Smoley and Christy
Yeah,
Labs,
really,
everybody
thank
else
you, everyone.
behind the scenes. Thank you so much. As always, if you have any information or ideas for the show or just want to say hello, feel free to visit our Facebook page at facebook.com.
Step away for this. Go for it.
/TVWarren.the Spotlight. And I want to make sure everybody knows that our next episode is our birthday episode, which is another big deal. We love birthdays around here. We have big, big plans coming up for the future season, so stick around for those. And I think it's it. Want to wrap this one up?
Let's do it.
All right, go Tigers. We're happy it's spring. Thank you for watching, and until next time, it's lights out. Thank you.